Well, good morning, sweet people. Today 6 of my Scotland trip. I've been woke up, someone's out with a chainsaw somewhere doing some cutting. I hope they're not chopping human body parts up. Just got my first brew of the day. Nice night last night. Went a bit cold. Ended up having to get in my tent because the temperature proper dropped. And we had a bit of rain as well, early hours of this morning, bit of rain, or a couple of showers, but nothing major, and it's lovely now. It's warmed up, and I think it's going to be pretty much dry for the rest of the day. So while I'm having my cup of coffee, I thought I would bring up the subject of hygiene when you're out on one of these trips, and how often do you wash? How often do you change your socks, your underwear, your clothes, blah, blah, blah. Questions that a lot of outdoor people don't seem to answer or mention on the videos. So I thought I'd mention it. So basically, how often do I change my socks and my underwear? Well, if I've got my car with me, pretty much every day. If I'm going away from my car for 2 days, say, and then coming back to my car, then every 2 days. And the same with my socks. Any longer than that, so say like on the day after tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the hike to Sandwood Bay, and then from over to Sandwood Bay, I'll be camping probably by Sandwood Bay, and then I'll be moving up to Cape Wrath, and then coming back to Sandwood Bay, and then to my car. So I'm going to be away for 3 nights. So what I'll do there is, it might sound gross to you, but for the first 2 days, I'll keep the same underwear and socks on. And then on the last day, I will dip into my dry gear, where I've got spare underwear and spare pair of socks, and put them on. Because when I get back to my car, I can then restock my dry gear. Because what you never do is, you never mix your wet and dry gear, if you can help it. Your wet gear basically is the stuff you're wearing. And if it gets wet, then you're wet. But then on a night time, you can take that wet stuff off, and you put your dry gear on, which is dry socks, dry underwear, dry leggings, trousers, base layer, fleece, micro fleece, and a hat. I always carry a spare hat as well in my dry gear. So that goes on a night time if you get wet. And then when you wake up in the morning, all that beautiful dry gear comes off. It gets stuffed back in your rucksack in a waterproof bag, and all your wet stuff, including your underwear from the day before, goes back on. It's just the way it's got to be. So yeah, so basically, if I'm away, it's a lot easier using a car, to be honest, because I've got a bag of like clean clothes in the car. As for washing, they're your best friends. They're wet wipes. Many brands are available. I just get the cheapest ones I can, because basically I use wet wipes in conjunction with a water source like a stream or a water bottle. I mean, got a 5 litre water bottle there, and basically pull out about 5 or 6 wet wipes, pretty much strip off, and just do a total body wash with wet wipes. I did one this morning. I did one in Rannoch Station. You know, when I got back to Rannoch Station after being at Loch Ossiane, there was nobody about. It's a very quiet train station. They've got 2 big toilets, so I just went in there, stripped off, took some wet wipes, had a big body wash in there, and then when I got back to the car, I got totally changed, total new base layers, new trousers, new underwear, socks, blah blah blah. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. Put it one way, it's a lot more hygienic than when I was in, say, Belize. Because when I was a young lad in the Belize jungle, you don't wash in the jungle, and you don't do anything. All you do is look after your feet. So forget changing your underwear, but you change your socks, or you have at least 3 pairs of socks, and you kind of rotate them, and you can be washing one pair and trying to get it dry, and you'll always have another 2 pairs, because your feet are your best friend when you're an infantry soldier. If your feet go down, then you're knackered. But we could go in the Pollaidh jungle, and we'd spend 2 weeks in the Pollaidh jungle and come out wearing the same socks, underwear, having not washed, having not cleaned our teeth, because you don't wash in the jungle because it attracts everything that wants to bite you and eat you will be attracted to the smell of soap, deodorant, blah blah blah. So yeah, so needless to say, we smelt quite badly. So my plan is today, get this nice brew down my neck, and then I'm going to pack the stuff up, put it in the car, and then I'm going to take a walk down to them waterfalls, because they are absolutely stunning, and it would be an absolute shame to miss them out and not get them on video. Like I said, I'm just past Garve. I mean, literally just past a place called Garve, so I'll try and find out the name of the waterfalls and stuff, get some videos of that, come back to my car, and then we're going to head over to the west coast. We're going to go to Loch, because there's a beautiful mountain called Sullivan, and you get a really good view of it from Loch. And then I'm going to head to the point of Stoer and go and see the old Man of Stoer, which is a sea stack, a big pillar of rock sticking up. It's quite confusing in Scotland, because you've got the old Man of Stoer, which is on the Isle of Skye, which is also a big pinnacle of rock, very famous, but it's not in the sea. And then you've got the old Man of Stoer, Stoer, and that is in the sea. So one's the old Man of Stoer, and the other one's the old Man of Stoer. And I've been to the old Man of Stoer on the Isle of Skye numerous times. The old Man of Stoer I've never been, so I want to see it. So I'm going to head up there and possibly camp if the weather's alright. So catch you laters. This waterfall walk is absolutely stunning. It's wonderful. Reminds me a little bit of Ingleton waterfall walk, apart from you don't have to pay a fortune to come here. I didn't even know about this place. I mean, literally, I was only looking for a camping spot, randomly pulled off, and yeah, I found this, and it gets even better further down. Because down there's where I was looking for a camping spot yesterday, but it's all this kind of stuff, all like where midges hang out. It's alright now, but I'll tell you what, this place would be an absolute nightmare in summer for midges. You can just tell looking at the bracken. They'd be absolutely swarming, but I'll tell you what, great wild swimming spots down here. That is proper deep, it looks wonderful, honest. I'm sporting my Rawlins t-shirt today. I know it's back to front, but that's me hairy grandson, as I call him. My daughter for my birthday got me a t-shirt with a collage of his photos on, so he can be with me whenever. I'll tell you what, next year when I come to Scotland, he's coming with me. It'll be funny. He's coming in my tent, me and Rawlins, a massive golden retriever. Still got the injury. 2 weeks ago I was throwing a stick for him. 2 weeks ago today I was throwing a stick for him in Cornwall, and he got my finger instead of the stick. It was my fault for winding him up. He didn't do it maliciously, but needless to say, he did a right job on my finger, and it's still healing now. But gorgeous dog. He'll be coming on some trips with me, this lad. Right, let's get down to the rest of these walks. What a great little find, it really has been made up. Sometimes you just come across things by chance, and they can end up sometimes being the highlight. This has been absolutely amazing down there. I wish I could film it all. It's better than anything Ingleton's got, I think. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll find out the name of it, because there's like an information board over here. And if you're ever heading up to Garve, come and take this walk. It's absolutely mad. Well, there you go, that's what it's called, Little Garve. Picture of the waterfall walk. But these are information boards which are kind of popping up everywhere, and this is the concerning bit. This is like what I seen yesterday when I was going to come here, and this is getting more and more common, which is a bit of an issue really. I'm actually expecting it to be worse as I go over to the west coast, because I'm literally going pretty much onto the NC 500, which is a very popular route now for camper vans and stuff. So let's see what happens over there. Standing on the bridge here, thinking if it was deep enough to jump off, would I jump off? But there's no chance. Honestly, there's absolutely no chance. Oh no. I'm thinking it's about the height of the Devil's Bridge at Kirby Lonsdale. It might even be a bit higher, this. But no, you're alright. No, I'll give that a miss, thanks. You know, what a place to put a bench. Look at that, you could just come here with a picnic and just breathe all that in. Look at that, absolute amazing. Do you know, if this trip's done one thing, it just confirms to me even more. It's the best country in the world. Simple as. Well folks, we have arrived on the west coast of Scotland. Oh my days. The colour of that water is absolutely gorgeous. Breezy though. And my plans are to go up to the Man of Stoer and possibly camp up there. I'll definitely be going up there. Whether I'm going to camp up there is another matter. I might have to get away from the coast if it's going to be so breezy, but absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning, honestly. I've just come through Pollaidh. I didn't go into Pollaidh because I've been in loads of times. I might do it on the way back because I'll be coming back this way. Towards the start of next week. But beautiful. West coast of Scotland, the best place in the world without doubt, honestly. Just continuing up the west coast. I'm just going to show you the view. Absolutely beautiful. That's where I was over there when I filmed my last segment. But the mountains are absolutely amazing. Just an absolute privilege to be here. Not been up this neck of the woods for a long time. Right, let's carry on towards Lochinver. Right, I'm on the way to Lochinver and a slight detour is going to happen. Because I was just driving and I went through this place called Inchnadamh or something like that. And it rang a bell, I thought, that sounds familiar. And I've checked it out and it's where they found the skull of a polar bear in these caves years ago, which proved that polar bears have roamed Scotland at one time. And I've always wanted to come here. So I've checked on my map and I had to turn round for about 2 miles and park up. And it's only about a mile down here, so I'm going to head down to the caves, the polar bear caves that I've always wanted to go. Wow, there they are in their full glory. Polar bear caves. Looks a scramble to get up though. There's not actually doesn't look like there's much of a path going up to it, unless you must get to it from that side and swing right round. But I'm just going to scramble straight up there, I think. I can't believe it, I'm here. Finally. After years of wanting to come here and didn't even think it was going to be on this trip. I didn't think I'd actually be coming round this neck of the woods. But I am here at Polar Bear Caves. That was a climb and a half.
I've literally just come straight up from down there. Wow, that was a scramble and a half. An absolute scramble. Oh, I can't believe it. And down here, in the far corner, is where they found the polar bear's skull. Just down here. Wow, it's mad to think a polar bear lived in here thousands and thousands of years ago. Oh, do you know what? I'm so happy. This has been a great trip. It's been an absolute wonderful trip. I'm so made up. Do you know, I'm lucky I can do it. Don't get me wrong, you know, I've got no commitments. When I have time off from work, I can come and I can load a rucksack in a car and just shoot off and just do my own thing. You know, for very little money as well. I'm not paying for accommodation, I'm not paying for food really, I've just bought all my own stuff. I am going to end up looking like a packet of super noodles after this trip though, I think. That's pretty much been my staple while I've been here. But oh, brilliant. Polar bear caves ticks off the list. This is exactly the view that I wanted in Lochinver. The Great Sullivan. Look at that. It doesn't even look real, does it? Just sticking up like a massive pimple. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I don't even know how you'd climb that. Stunning. Been a lovely day this. But I wanted to. I've been to Lochinver before, and I've seen pictures of that Sullivan, and I thought I didn't see that when I was in Lochinver, and that's because I was over there, where the actual buildings are. And to see that, you've got to come round the other side. So that's what I've done this time. But that is absolutely, it just looks absolutely amazing. I'm so happy I've seen that. Look at that. So from here, guys, it's over to the old Man of Stoer and a possible wild camp up there. But I'm going to just sit here for 10 or 15 minutes and just breathe that in. It's Challenge Cup semi-final. I've just managed to get a signal. Saints are getting beat by Wigan 22-0 in the second half, so that's Saints not going to Wembley. Right, just camped up for tonight's camp. I was going to head over this hill behind me because that's where the point of Stoer is. But when I was in Lochinver, it's proper windy on the sea, so it's sheltered pretty much by this wind, and there's a nice big lock here in the middle of nowhere, and in the distance I can see Sullivan just about, and a few other mountains. It's actually raining over there, and I don't know if you can make out my little tent on the end there. Look at that. So that's home for tonight. So yeah, it's not far, it's only about 1.5 miles away to the old Man of Stoer. So I will climb this hill, and lovely and sunny up north though, look at that. So hopefully from the other side of this hill I might be able to see. Well, there she is, the old Man of Stoer. Finally, I finally got here. And I must admit, first impressions, it's not as impressive as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be miles bigger than that. But, you know, it's a famous landmark. I must admit, the views here have been absolutely gorgeous. I'll just pan round. And the drop off these cliffs is absolutely shocking. You would not want to fall down here at all. But, yeah, beautiful. And looking north up that way towards where I'll be going tomorrow. So yeah, there it is, the old Man of Stoer. I could have actually camped here It's not as windy as I thought it was going to be, but the walk to get here was a nightmare. It was through bogs and all kinds. So yeah, so I'm glad I didn't carry my rucksack over that. But tell you what, gorgeous. Over that side I was looking at, you could see showers everywhere. Over to Sullivan, that mountain I filmed before, there was all kinds, there was showers everywhere. And they just kind of cut me out, and I've just been in blue skies all the way. I think the weather is going to change tomorrow. We're going to start getting low pressures coming in. Starts getting serious tomorrow, because tomorrow's when I'm going quite remote really, Sandwood Bay and up to Cape Bath. I'm going to be away from my car for 3 days. So that's time to get me serious head on tomorrow, and hopefully the weather gods will be on my side. But stunning, glad I've been here. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it still got me here. And coming here, I was on the NC 500 part of it. Flipping avoid that if you can. If you're going to do the NC 500, do it in winter, because oh my god, them little single passing places, them little single tracks, they're not made for that blooming volume of camper vans. They're really not. It's an absolute nightmare. I nearly went head first straight into one that came the other way, it's going too fast. So let's get back to my tent, let's get a scoff on, get a couple of wines down my neck.